got up, cleared the route, got to the compound, set my charge up on the wall, and as I was about to light it, 3 rounds hit the wall above my head. So I thought, well, I'm just going to take my chances and run. I was always a very fit young lad. I wanted to be a professional athlete, and so I was very active. And then when I left college, struggled to find a job that I really wanted to do. And obviously I had, like I said before, I had cousins and uncles in the military, and they were like, you'd be perfect for the military, you're a fit lad. So at 18, I signed up to the military, went through all my basic training. Then I went and did all my combat engineering as part of the Royal Engineers. And then straight away went and did my commando course because I knew I wanted to get that green beret. This compound in the village was probably the most fortified kind of position that we could take. It was like a proper brick building. On the day, moving into that fob, the Taliban decided to occupy it. So I cleared a route up there. Now, normally you'd mark the route, but I knew I was going to clear the route back up. I was going to set a charge long enough for me to clear a separate route back, so I didn't mark it. And as I was about to light it, 3 rounds hit the wall above my head, so I knew we got contacted. So I thought, well, I'm just going to take my chances and run. And it just went bang, and I trod on a pressure pad IED, got flung sort of 20 foot in the air, and then it was just all crazy, rounds were going down. I don't really remember too much. I don't remember the 2 days in Bastion, kind of woke up back in the UK, but then I still didn't really know my injuries.
Morning, let's go, mate.
Good, you?
Good to see you. Good to train.
Ready to rock and roll as always?
I'm Karl Learnihan, North Devon in UK. Back when I was a young pup in the military, 18, 19 years old, fresh off the commando course, joined a troop. Rossi was one of the senior section commanders, so he was a corporal, I was a private soldier. And then that's where we first met, started building that relationship because we were going on tour to Afghanistan. And Rossi's obviously in charge of me, put my trust in him. So if you just do burpees?
I can do burpee over box, actually fine.
Yeah.
Just the dumbbell, obviously the box dumbbells, but I'll just do it without a dumbbell.
Yeah. That's where it started, and then we went on the operational tour to Afghanistan, which was Rossi's 3rd one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
third operational tour. It was my first one. Wasn't directly with him at the time, but then obviously Rossi got injured. We went to the building, and then everyone's painting a memorial on there, so I named it Austen House, the actual building. Commando daggers each side, Austen House. So it's a good reminder of the threat in the area as well. And then obviously me being a young bloke as well, more realism of combat is actually set in. But yeah, so we went on the rest of the tour knowing Rossi was injured back home, but yeah, we had to carry on.
Yeah.
It's 43 minutes total on the clock. So that's the breakdown. 18 minutes work, 3 rest, 12 work, 2 rest, 8 work. Cool. Let's get you warmed up first. Again. Basically in 2016, while I was still serving, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. It was obviously brought on by stress and fatigue on the body. From then I stayed in the military, but then I was like sat behind a desk where I can go out and take adventure training or weapons training, or as a physical training instructor I can still do the stuff within camp, but I wasn't pushing myself physically what I wanted to do, that I had those limitations within the military. So I decided to take the hit and take the medical discharge. And then from there, I took the money I got from medical discharge, bought the equipment to then start my own affiliate, CrossFit All or Nothing. So you're going to do 6 or 8 calories on any machine you like. Obviously there's more people than there is machines, so if you start the machines. If you don't, go straight onto the second one, the box step-ups, and then on like that. Yeah, so I've got my CrossFit level 1, started affiliate, and I was like, right, I knew Rossi obviously from back in the day, and I've been following his physical journey with British weightlifting, his powerlifting. And then I sent him a message. I was like, ever thought about CrossFit, mate?
I was like, what the hell's CrossFit? I was like, just retired from the GB squad, and he was like, come down and do CrossFit. I was like, what is this?
So Karl and Rossi obviously go way back into the military. think the box had been open just under a year when I started, and Rossi had just started his CrossFit journey, and between the two of them, watching them have to learn how to adapt to different things, how to change the workouts to make it work for him, they've both learned a lot from each other doing it, and they've both developed. So Rossi's developed massively as an athlete, Karl's developed massively as a coach. It's given him such an insight and more confidence with training other adaptive athletes as to what approaches to take and how to treat them. And then obviously now, like you were saying earlier, the tables have changed because obviously now Karl is part of it. It's kind of a bit, get to watch Rossi coach Karl now, which is an interesting turn of events.
It's one of those, isn't it? It is what it is.
You'll be fine.
I don't want 3 minutes of snatching though, so I'll probably take my time. Wait till there's about
Just do a minute. Burpees, unbroken ring dips.
I just do double ring dips instead, right? Double the reps for that. Does that count towards my squat?
Ask him. Can I do
3 minutes of ring dips instead? When I got medically discharged out of the military, I thought that was the end of my life, and I knew it was the end of my career, but I literally was like, well, what the hell am I going to do? I suffered really bad with my mental health. For 2 years I actually tried to commit suicide twice, and then sport played a massive part in breaking that cycle, because I had nothing to get up for. I was around all the guys, and then at 1 minute sent home, and then just forgotten about kind of thing, and just left at home, and that's when it all got really bad, like the drinking, the drugs, and I did that for 2 years, and then I literally had to find some way of breaking that cycle. So initially started in the gym, and then started doing sport, and then obviously went into the GB squad, and then obviously moved on to CrossFit. But yeah, CrossFit's 100% like part of my journey that saved my life. Yeah, the camaraderie in the military is I don't think you'll get it anywhere else. You start off, first day, 18 years old, whatever, fresh face, not knowing what's going on, and you go through training with the guys, and then you create that bond like straight from the start. You're like brothers, you're like family, because especially for me being a section commander, I had 12 guys in my section that all looked up to me. So you train day in, day out together on your skills. You do your phys together. You go out on drinking together, whatever, but you do everything together, and you build that trust. So I knew there's nothing else like it until I got to CrossFit.
I think it brings together very similar people, I think. We do a lot of drop-ins when we go around travelling and things like that. And I think you go and do drop-ins that people have similar qualities to you. So everyone's so welcoming when you come into any community. Everyone opens their arms to you. Everyone's there just to support, whether you're the first one to finish a workout, the last one to finish a workout, whatever you're doing, everyone's there just to lift you and support you in what you're doing. And I think it creates a really good bond with everyone.
I feel CrossFit is very similar, especially the adaptive community. I think there's no other community like the adaptive community in the CrossFit. I don't care what anyone says. As soon as you're in on that adaptive community, that's exactly what it's like. I don't regret it one bit. If you told me that you can join the military, have the career you had, but you got to lose a leg, but you'd be at the CrossFit Games, I'd take it.